In the VOSviewer, we can save all the clusters in a single PNG file, a JPG file or PDF file, whatever the file. So now this video we can see how can we separate the cluster. So this one is the full cluster map. This one is the another cluster. This one is the another cluster. Then this one. So we can save it in a single cluster in a single JPG file. So now we can, so here I go to the top, my folder. So I download the data from the VOSviewer Kurkumalanga with the keyword of turmeric or Kurkumalanga. So in the VOSviewer we can download 500 only. So I downloaded 1 to 500, then 500 1 to 1000 1 to, then all this. So totally for me 2124 records are there. I merged all one. I opened one plain txt2 file. I copied all these files to this folder, this file. That only we are going to analysis in the VOSviewer. So merged txt file 2124. So I opened the VOSviewer, create. Then I want the co-authorship everything. So create map based bibliographic data, that you should select. Then next. So where we download the data? We download the data from the VOSviewer. Okay. So select it. Next. So where is my file? My file is the E folder. My file name is merged txt file 2124 text. Then next. So if you download the data from the VOSviewer, you can select the VOSviewer. Otherwise, you can select the scope. 1 minute. So myself download the data from the VOSviewer. If you download the data from the Scopus means that you can select. That is you. So if you download the data from the PubMed means you should select it and select the txt2 file. So myself download the data from the VOSviewer. So next, here you can do so many analysis also. Here the authorship pattern, co-occurrence, citations from the author, document, organization, country, that you can. So everything you can do it from the VOSviewer. Here for example, I am doing citations and cited reference, co-citation and cited references for the type of analysis. Then counting, full counting. Next. So here for the 2124 document, how many citations they got? 96,850 cited references. Though they referred, the authors, the researchers referred 96,850 references for 2124 articles. Here myself is selecting, so that article is having 20 or above citation. So I am selecting 20 or above. That is your own will and wish. If you want to minimize it, you can minimize it. You can increase it, that is your own. So myself is selecting 20. So by that only, out of 2124, 220 meets are there. So 20 articles are selected. Then next. So 220. Then next. Here see 220. And then next. Then Excel sheet. Then finish. Then fraction of second, we got the map. That's this one. So here, if you in the information box, if you click here means which cluster it is coming. The red ball is coming for the first cluster. This one is for the second cluster. This one is for the third cluster. Then this one is yellow is for the fourth cluster. Then violet is for the fifth cluster. We want the separate mapping. That is for this only. We can see it. So here, up to this everybody knows it. Then in the file, save. So here we are in need of the map file and net file. Okay. So I am giving the name 1 map full. Okay. What are the names you want? You can give it. That is your own will and wish. Map. Here you should give it in the CSV, comma separated files, value of the file, CSV file. So, one map full I am giving. Okay. Then net file also you should give. Then one net full. Then CSV file. Okay. 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 Then I am going to my folder. Here, that's only, here only. So, the map file is the Excel sheet or data sheet. So, how many records are there? We got the 220. Yes, 221. One is the top line for the title. This one is for the title, bolded. So, here we want to serve the cluster wise only. Then we can see the net file. How is it net file? One net. So all the files are in the 1990. Then net file is there. So here already I saved it. So cluster map. So I will give it in the description area. No problem. This one is the same file. I opened it. So here we are seeing all the clusters are the jumbled. So in here I arranged it in a ascending or descending order. So arrange it in so select the file. Then by that only you can arrange it in the sort on descending, sort on ascending or descending. So we are in need of the smallest to the top. So first cluster, smallest to the largest. By that only we can see it, that cluster. Then wait. Then in the first cluster, I copied all the same thing only. I copied all the first cluster data. So first cluster data in the sheet, separate sheet. See, the same thing only I copied it with the title. We are in need of the title also. Then next, second cluster, the same thing I copied. Then third cluster. Then fourth cluster map. Okay, then this one is the map. Okay, here I am closing it. So just like that, you should save the net file also. That net file is jumbled like thing only. So you should arrange it in a so select this. Then sort on ascending or descending smallest to the highest. Then by that only. So you should copy all the net file, all the first net one here. So here this one is the same thing only I copied here. Then second net. Then third net, fourth net, fifth net. So why we are copying it? We should create one txt file, txt file. By that only it will work. It is working. So here I am doing it one txt file. Just open new txt file. Then I copied the Excel sheet file, Excel sheet data. Then I copied I am giving the name for the one cluster map and one cluster. We are in need of the one cluster map. See. So this one is the txt file. Okay, then one cluster net file. Then this one is the second cluster. Then this one is the second cluster. Then this one is the third cluster. So if you do it in the Excel sheet, it is very easy for me to copy it in the txt2 file. By that only all the files may be there. So for once again I am repeating, I save it in that save in the CSV file only. By that only we can arrange it in a very easy manner. So this file I haven't touched the original file. I copied that. By that only if you want any change, it means you can do it. So I copied map full one all cluster files, then net full all cluster one file I am copying. I am doing it analysis. That I am opening it. Then I full, then this one is for your purpose, then arrange it in a ascending descending order. By that only it will be very easy for me. So I copied all the map file in one Excel sheet, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that I copied all the net file itself in a separate sheet. So I copied all this one. I copied Control A and Control A and Control C one new txt2 file. Control A all the sheets, then Control C. Then I open the new txt2 file, new txt file. Sorry, not txt file, text file. Then same thing, Control V. Then save it as a map. What is the file name? This one is for the name file. Save as this one for the map 1 cluster. Okay. Sorry, this one is the net cluster. Very sorry, extremely sorry. Net cluster. Save. Okay, close it. Then map. Control C. Open the text file. So for easy purpose only, I saved it in the Control S. File, yes, map 1 cluster. This one is for the map file for the cluster. Save. Okay, so here I saved. So all the Excel sheet, what are the for the one cluster map, one cluster text, two cluster, second cluster map and net file, third cluster map and third cluster net file, fourth cluster map, fourth cluster net file, then fifth cluster, then for here in Excel sheet in the net above fourth cluster, above for fifth cluster also we are having so many net file also. But for the map file only we are having mapping for the 5. So up to 5 only I got the net. So I am leaving the other net files. Only I am using the, here see, only 5 maps are there. For 5 only they are giving map file. So here now I am opening the VOSviewer. Here open. I am going to open the my one cluster map, then one cluster net file, then text file, then okay, leave it here itself. Some message is coming. Okay, give it. See how beautiful. No. So this one is the mapping for the first cluster. So you can save it on the screenshot. Then I am giving already I am having 1. I am giving 1 1. Save. Then again I am opening for the, here don't create, open. Okay, don't forget this one is the more important. Open. Then now I am going to get the second cluster map. Second, open, second, open, net file. So we are in need of the map file and a net file. Okay. Fracture second. Super. Very beautiful. So I am saving the screenshot to 2. Okay. Then open. Then third cluster. Okay. Then third cluster, net file. Okay. So just like that you can open all this. Once again I am repeating. So first I am going to create that all the files create. The same thing only. Next, 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 next. Then finish. So this file, then I saved it in the VOSviewer full map file. So CSV file format, because we are in need of the tops, we want to separate it. So I copied it. Here I copied the Excel sheet. I copied the same copy and I separate it in a single sheet. By that only we can, just like that if I copy and paste it in the text file. Then I copy and paste it in this text file. Then I am opening for the next net file also. Net file also I want to divide it. Then this one is the full one. This one is the, then I am going to give it in the description, the same sheet itself and the text file also. I will give it to you. So no problem. Then I open the new blank text file. I copied the sheet. One cluster, second cluster, that I open it in the VOSviewer. Then open third cluster over. Then I am opening the fourth cluster. Fourth cluster, net file. Then okay. Okay, no problem. Then this one is the another one. Open. Then fifth cluster map. So by that only you can save it as the, okay. Then in the screenshot you can save it 55 or 2233, whatever you want you can. I am giving the fifth cluster. Already I will saved, no. So this one is there. So by that only you can we can get the screenshot for the separate cluster itself also. You can change the cluster color also. Here already you know it. Edit the color. So already color is there. If you want to change the color, you can change the color itself also. That is your own will and wish. Here we are concentrating on the cluster map in a separate screenshot. That is our will. So how beautiful, very nice. We should thanks to that of VOSviewer team, those who are doing it in a very wonderful manner. Thank you very much for their kind effort for the researchers. Thank you.